Welcome. Today, we're diving into something that's all around us, a powerful, invisible force that quietly controls how you feel, how you work, and even how you sleep. You probably don't even think about it. We're talking about light. You know that feeling, right? The 3 p.m. slump hits you like a ton of bricks, and you're just desperate for another coffee to stay focused. But what if the problem isn't your to-do list? What if it's just the light in your room? And here's the crazy part. Most of us spend over 90% of our entire lives indoors. Think about that. Our modern world has basically trapped us inside, disconnected from the one thing our bodies evolved over millennia to rely on, the natural daily rhythm of the sun. So, in this explainer, we're going to start with this indoor disconnect. Then we'll get into the fascinating science of your body's internal clock. From there, we'll introduce a solution called lighting that listens, check out the incredible data-backed benefits, and finally, see how we can all design a brighter, healthier future. Okay, first up, the indoor disconnect. This is all about why our modern world is in a constant fight with our ancient biology. Just look at this contrast. It's huge. Outdoors, you're bathed in natural light. We're talking 10,000, even 100,000 lux, and it's always changing. Think of it as rich light nutrition. But then you step inside, and what do we get? Maybe, if we're lucky, 300 to 500 lux of flat, static light. It's essentially light poverty. We are starving our bodies of the signals they desperately need to function properly. All right, let's move on to your body's clock. This is where we get into the really cool, hidden science of how light is actually pulling the strings. And it all comes down to this, your circadian rhythm. It literally means about a day. Get this, nearly every single cell in your body has its own tiny 24-hour clock. And the master conductor for this entire biological orchestra? It's light. So how does it work? It's basically a three-step process. First, light enters your eye and hits these special receptors. Second, they zap a signal straight to your brain's master clock, a tiny region called a suprachiasmatic nucleus, or SCN. And third, the SCN acts like a biological switchboard, telling your body to release hormones like cortisol to wake you up, or later in the day, melatonin to help you sleep. And the color of the light is the command. That cool blue-rich light you see in the morning sky, that's a direct signal to your brain. Hey, stop making the sleep hormone, time to be alert. Then, as the sun sets, that warm yellow-rich light sends the opposite message. Okay, time to wind down, let's start producing melatonin. It gently guides your body toward rest. So now that we get the problem and the science, let's talk about the solution. This is lighting that listens, and it's built around something called human-centric lighting, or HCL. Human-centric lighting, or HCL for short, asks a really simple but profound question. What if our indoor lighting wasn't just on or off? What if it actually listened to our biology and gave us the right light at the right time? It's all about designing light for people, not just for making a room visible. Just imagine a day like this. You start work at 8 a.m. and the lights are crisp and cool, helping wake you up. By 2 p.m., that bright light is still there, keeping you focused and helping you push right through that afternoon slump. Then, as evening comes, the light automatically shifts to a soft, warm glow, telling your body it's time to start winding down. This isn't science fiction. This technology is here right now. Okay, let's get to the bottom line, the benefits by the numbers. This all sounds fantastic in theory, but does it actually work? Well, let's look at what the data says. The economic case is, frankly, mind-blowing. This chart shows the benefit you get for every single euro you spent. In an office, you get back over 12 euros. In education, it's 4. But check this out. In advanced industry, it skyrockets to a 40-to-1 return. A 40-to-1 return. So what in the world is driving that? It really boils down to performance. Studies project that having the right light can boost productivity by up to 4.5%, while also slashing costly errors. When you're talking about high-value manufacturing, even tiny percentage points add up to massive savings. And when we look at exactly where those benefits come from, one thing just completely dominates the chart. In this particular model for industrial settings, almost 98%. 98% of the financial return comes directly from that productivity boost. It's a simple equation. Better light equals better work. Now, if we zoom out and look at the bigger picture, the potential is just staggering. One major study estimated that if HCL was fully adopted across Europe, it could generate an annual economic benefit of 12.8 billion euros. Now, we should be clear, these are projections. The reports themselves note that the figures are based on specific models and assumptions, and that, of course, more long-term scientific research is needed to confirm all the benefits across the board. So that brings us to our final section, designing a brighter future. How do we make this the new normal? Well, HCL is already making the leap from a cool concept to a core principle of modern design. And to make it easier for people to get it right, experts have created this handy framework called Vitals. It's really just a checklist for designers to make sure they're thinking about everything, from the angle of the light, its intensity, the timing, its appearance, location, and the color spectrum. It's all about creating lighting that's truly effective for our biology. And this isn't just a friendly suggestion anymore. It's becoming the standard. Prestigious building certifications like the WELL Building Standard now include specific required criteria for circadian lighting. This means that architects and builders are already actively baking these ideas into the places where we'll live and work tomorrow. So, we want to leave you with one final question to think about. Just look at the light around you right now, in your office, in your living room. Is it a static, lifeless afterthought? Or is it actively supporting your well-being? Is it working for you, or is it quietly working against you? We all have the power to choose a brighter future. Thanks for joining us.